Hello, greetings to everyone for this second international conference on economics, education, social science, and engineering. I would like to present my paper. At first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Igor Mangunsong. I'm from Master of Management, Faculty of Economics and Business, University of Indonesia. And along with my supervisor and also co-author, Mr. Safri Ahusodo, we'd like to present our research paper about bid to cover ratio of Indonesia government securities auction and secondary market yield changes. Okay, we would like to start with the introduction. For the introduction, the Indonesian government, in order to obtain funding through the capital market, regularly issue state bonds or so-called government securities, or in bahasa Indonesia is Surat Berharga Negara or SBN, that includes Surat Utang Negara or SUN, and Surat Berharga Syariah Negara or SBSN. In this slide, we can see that in the past 5 years, the share of SBN and APBN financing has grown in greater dominance. As we can see, the SBN netto from 362 trillion increased to 446, whereas the government loans and non-debt financing have a negative net. We can see that in this yellow bar, the negative of non-debt financing, and also this small one is about the government loans. In 2015, it's a small amount, about 19, and then decrease into minus 9. As we can see that the deficit of Indonesia also increased from minus 298 increased to 349. But we can see the government securities exceeds the financing, because it's also have to finance the minus of the government loans and then non-debt financing. And then there's a research by Betsma in 2018 that measures the success of the auction of government securities with a bid to cover ratio, which is the ratio between the number of bids during the auction and the amount of debt issued. Further, in 2021 also shows how changes in investor demand for United Kingdom government bonds, also called gilts, affects the shape of the yield curve. As we can see, based on the yield curve of the Surat Utang Negara or SUN, it can be seen that the yield fluctuation that represent the cost of debt from government, whereas the government strives to reach the optimum level at the minimum cost with the appropriate risk. We can see the fluctuation from 2016 in here, and then 2017 in here, and 2018 increase again to the highest yield curve. 2019 decrease, and then 2020 is the lowest among the 5 years period. There's a fluctuation up and down in the yield curve. As you can see, the research objective is about knowing the effect of the bid to cover ratio on yield changes in the secondary market, because the analysis main goal is to identify changes in SUN demand and their consequences for the yield curve, because the yield shift following the auction is the greatest indicator of the impact of changes in investor demand for Surat Utang Negara of government bonds. When demand is strong or weak, the price for the bonds will rise or decrease, and yields fall or increase. The literature review for this research paper is from BESMA in 2018 that measures the success of the auction of government bonds with a bid-to-cover ratio, which is the ratio between the number of bids during the auction and the amount of debt issued. BESMA in 2020 also conducted a research on the determinants of the bid-to-cover ratio of auctions of government debt securities in the Eurozone area, while Furrer in 2021 shows how changes in investor demand for United Kingdom government bonds, also called gilts, affect the shape of the yield curve. Gananik, Miyajima, and Xu in 2014 concluded that the yields on long-term government bonds in emerging market countries could be influenced by, among others, expectation of the exchange rate of domestic currency against foreign currencies and domestic factors such as inflation, GDP growth, fiscal balance, and CDS spread. Miyajima, Monti, and Chan in 2012 highlights the level of U.S. Treasury yields as the dominant factors in determining the domestic government securities yields of developing countries. For the research method, the object of this research is government securities, or we can say Surat Utang Negara or SUN, issued by the government of Indonesia through the Ministry of Finance in the period of 2011 to 2020. This study focused on the 5, 10, 20, and 30-year maturity of government securities that are also a benchmark series based on Ministry of Finance regulation. The analysis model used in this study is a multiple linear regression analysis model, or multivariate regression, with ordinary least square deviation equation, or called ordinary least square, OLS. Yes. For the research model, the delta yt equals alpha plus beta times B2C plus error terms. Delta yt is the change in yield at the close of trading 1 day after the auction. Delta B2CT is the change in the bid-to-cover ratio during the T auction compared to the T-1 auction, and also the change in the yield, the bid-to-cover ratio during the T auction to the average sample or other assumptions, namely T-1 auction and the average of the last 4 auction or the average of the previous year. For robustness test, we also include other financial or economic indicators such as 5 years credit default swap or USD 10-year. And the result, for the descriptive analytics, we can see the table here that descriptive statistic of yield movement in 5, 10, 15 years, and 20 years, and also the descriptive statistic bid-to-cover ratio. As we can see, the mean for the 10-year yield movement is minus, while the others is positive numbers. For the baseline regression, it can be seen that there is a negative relationship between the dependent variable yield changes and the independent variable, namely the change in the bid-to-cover ratio, so that the decrease in yield is influenced by an increase in the bid-to-cover ratio. We can also see the t-value all significant for the 5 years, 10 years, and some of the 15 years, 15 and 20 years. For the robustness test, by adding the credit default swap from the regression result in table 3, it can be seen that there is a negative relationship between the dependent variable yield changes and the independent variable, namely changes in bid-to-cover ratio and changes in CDS. so that the decrease in yield is influenced by an increase in the bid to cover ratio and a decrease in CDS. We also add the robustness test with US Treasury. It can be seen that there's a negative relationship between the dependent variable yield changes and the independent variable, namely changes in bid to cover ratio and changes in UST. So that the decrease in yield is influenced by an increase in the bid to cover ratio and an increase in US Treasury. For the discussion, the regression result from previous table explains that a successful auction with higher bid to cover ratio can have an impact of lower yield in secondary market after auction. Adding another variable, CDS and UST 10-year, neither strengthen nor weaken the relation of independent and dependent variable. The results of our study are consistent with previous study in Eurozone country by BETSMA, indicated by generally negative beta coefficient that explain higher bid to cover ratio cause lower yield in the secondary market after auction. This result is especially significant in all calculations short to medium term tenor, 5 to 10 year maturity, and have some significant for long term tenor, 15 to 20 year maturity. This study has a limitation of some low significance level in long tenor and low R-square. That means the bid to cover ratio can explain little of the yield movement in the secondary market. For further improvement, we can explore using other financial or economic indicator and expand our data in order to have a more robust and significant result. For the conclusion, in this research, we show that changes in bid to cover ratio affect the secondary market yield after the government securities auction. We find that greater bid to cover ratio are related with lower secondary market yield after the auction compared to before auction, which is consistent with our theoretical framework. This finding is consistent with previous study in several European countries by BETSMA. The policy implications of these findings are for government as issuer can apply this model in the soon issuance strategy and make decision in soon auction with the aim of to get optimal cost and risk. Government can set lower target, especially during uncertain financial market situation, in order to still have success auction with high bid to cover ratio that can have a positive impact on secondary market yield. Other strategy is by accepting lower than target in order to have a high bid to cover ratio during the auction. That's all my presentation. I hope this research paper can have a good understanding to all of us in a practical and academic community. Thank you, and thank you for the. That's all for my presentation.